Have you ever thought of climbing Mount Baldy or Mount San Antonio, the highest point in the San Gabriel Mountains? It's over 10,000 feet above sea level. Well, you can climb Mount Baldy, and I'll show you how to do it. So stick with me. I'll show you how you can squeeze it into a morning or an afternoon. It's 7:15, it's a Saturday morning. I'm about to drive to the trailhead, so join me, and again together we'll climb Mount Baldy. I've just bought my lift ticket. For my hike today up Devil's Backbone, I'll be taking the ski lift up to Baldy Notch. I'll be hiking up Devil's Backbone to the summit of Mount Baldy and down the ski hut trail. So I'm starting with a one-way lift ticket. It's $12. I purchased it right here, and I'll be taking the lift again to Baldy Notch and hiking up to the summit from there.
Awesome.
Just both of us.
All right, just one way?
Just one way.
Perfect. Come on out this way, guys.
Okay.
After this chair passes.
Well, it's just after 9 a.m., so we're making excellent progress. Mind you, so far I've been in a car and on a ski lift. That's where we got off the ski lift. I'm now at what we call Baldy Notch, about 7,500 feet above sea level. Mind you, an hour and a half ago, I was at sea level. So this is where my hike begins. Over here, you can see that there's a little ski hut in the winter. This is a very busy place because there's often snow here. People can get a refreshment, you can get a cocktail if that's to your liking. And then that's where we're headed. That's Mount Baldy, not that first peak, but the peak behind it. And we'll be taking what we call the Devil's Backbone Trail. It's an amazing hike. I can do it, you can do it. Let's get started. As I mentioned, this trail is called the Devil's Backbone. So once you get off that main road, it becomes a very narrow trail with steep drop-offs on either side. People who are afraid of heights might find this part of the hike a little bit precarious, but because of the dazzling views in all directions, I love it. Well, I can finally see Mount Baldy. That's my destination in sight. It's over 10,000 feet above sea level. It's 10:45. Now, for the first time, I'm actually turning this hike into a loop. I'll be summiting and then coming down that ridge line there, through this bowl, that's Baldy Bowl, and down the ski hut trail. I have made it to the summit of Mount Baldy, and the view is spectacular. Looking behind me, not only can I see Mount San Gorgonio, I can see Mount San Jacinto. But if you're doing this hike for solitude, this is not the place to find it. Look at it. These are all the other hikers that are up here on the summit of Mount Baldy. It's a very busy place. Now, again, this is not the end of my hike. I'm going down the ski hut trail. I'm turning this hike into a loop. So, we're not quite done with our hike yet today. My ascent now is not on Devil's Backbone. I'm actually coming down the ski hut trail. So this is a new route for me. I'm turning my hike into a loop. This is the ski hut trail. We're going through this interesting landscape with these unusual pines. I think they're called limber pines. They're very old and stunted. And in this panorama behind me, I'm looking towards the 3 T's. I'm making my descent down the ski hut trail. We're in an area that people euphemistically refer to as the rock garden, this big jumble tumble of boulders that have fallen from these pinnacles above me. It's a very rocky area. It reminds me of the High Sierra. So this is a good part of the trail to kind of take stock of what we've done so far. There's the Backbone Trail. You can see it on that ridge line there. That's where we actually climbed up. So we've done the Backbone, we've come up here, now we're making a big loop down the Ski Hut Trail. Just around this bend, there is the ski hut. There's a little creek where you could actually filter water, and for those that need it, an outhouse. This great hike is about to come to an end. There's the parking lot where my car is. It's the parking lot for the Baldy Notch. And as you can see, there's the tram that we went up at the beginning of the hike, and there's Baldy Notch at about 7,500 feet above sea level. That is the hike that we took on the way up to the top of Mount Baldy, and then we came down Ski Hut Trail. It's about a 7-mile round-trip hike with a huge elevation gain. And keep in mind, if you come down that Ski Hut Trail like I did, it's really steep. You may choose to do it in the other direction. That's certainly an option. But at any rate, it's an amazing hike. I can do it. I know you can do it. If you see me on the trail, say hi. My name is Timothy.